Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do another series of Q&As because you guys ask a lot of questions, so I'm just going to get into it. How many calories, carbs, etc. are you staying below? Calories, 1649. Carbs, I'm just trying to eat less than 100 grams. But I honestly haven't been tracking lately, so I guess I'm not really doing anything at all. What type of education do you have? I have a bachelor's degree in sociology. I graduated with honors. Do you have career goals? That's such a hard question because for a long time I wanted to do music stuff and then like photography stuff and whatever. So I'm not really sure. Like I sort of am really content with life at the moment, so I haven't really thought about it that much. How did you start out exercise-wise? I just walked on a treadmill at 3 miles an hour for a half an hour, like 3 times a week. What makeup do you use to cover your freckles? So I use the MAC Studio Fix concealer in, I think it's NW20, to like go over them, and then the powder that I use is Laura Mercier pressed mineral powder, and that's it. And I know people usually like put concealer on top of foundation or whatever, but since I don't wear foundation, it's just concealer and then the powder. What's been the most surprising part of losing weight? I would say probably how fucking judgy people still are once you've lost the weight, or they're completely judgy in like a completely different way. What do you do when you feel food cravings? Honestly, I'm probably the worst person to ask because I usually give in. How do you always stay so positive? It's funny because I just had this conversation with someone last night about like whether you identify as like a realist, optimist, pessimist, whatever. And I would say that I'm somewhere between like a realist and an optimist, which is funny if you know that State Champ song, All You Are Is History. I'm a realist. Anyways, because like I'm very realistic about like what's possible, but I try to see the silver lining in things. And that's just like, I don't know why that is. That's not just related to weight loss. That's kind of like in every aspect of my life. What is it you do for cardio? Could you ever see yourself as a runner? I usually do the elliptical or go hiking for cardio. Every time I try to run, my hips start hurting really badly, and then the pain doesn't go away until I get cortisone shots. And then I'm just like, I'm not gonna run because that's what happens every single fucking time. And it's literally anything longer than like a mile, and my hips will start to kill. So I love the idea of being a runner because I feel like that's very like, oh, that person's fit, like they run, but I just don't think that's in the cards for me. Do you ever get recognized in public? Sometimes, usually it's like at shows or something like that. It's happened like once or twice in like other scenarios. But yeah, I would say it doesn't happen like that frequently. Do you ever find some of your friends, family try to sabotage your weight loss or criticize you for choosing exercise over socializing? Not anymore. This used to happen like a long time ago when I first started trying to lose weight, and I literally became a hermit where I was like, I'm not fucking hanging out with anyone because I can't, like, I just need to focus on this, and all you guys want to do is like go to happy hour and eat and drink, and like that is not conducive to what I'm trying to do here. I kind of feel like I need to get back into that at this point because I'm like, feel like I'm fucking off the rails. But now it's like people will ask me like, oh, like, do you want to hang out? And I'm like, let's go hiking. So usually like I think people now expect that of me where I'm just like, let's do an activity. Like, let's walk around downtown and take pictures instead of let's go sit somewhere and eat. Where do you like to shop for clothes? P.S. My daughter Callista could so be your State Champ's BFF. Hell yeah. I don't clothes shop that often. I buy a lot of my t-shirts from bands, so like whether it's online or at a show. But a lot of like my work clothes were given to me by my friend Orion that were either too big for her or whatever, like when I was losing weight so that I had some other stuff to wear. Otherwise, I just like go to like Forever 21 usually. I'm a really fucking lazy shopper, so I like to buy a lot of stuff online. Like I just bought a pair of fishnets online. I would love to be like a thrift shopper, but I don't have the fucking patience to sift through stuff, and it like gives me anxiety. But yeah, usually like Forever 21, I guess. I find that people pay closer attention to what I eat, especially if it's a cheat meal since I've lost weight. Do you find that other people are more or less concerned, critical about what you eat after your weight loss? 100%. Like, and my dad is especially guilty of this because he'll be like, are you sure you want to eat that? Like, you don't want to gain it all back. And it's like, I've said this before on other videos, like, you eat very different, like, when you go to your parents' house than you do on your own. Like, if your family is, like, cooking a big meal, you're going to eat whatever it is that they cook, whether it be a smaller portion or just, like, how you would normally eat. But it's like, I'm not going to be eating, like, a mandarin orange fruit cup and a granola bar at my parents' house. So it's like, you know, But to answer your question, yes, I find that people are more critical once you've lost the weight. What Fitbit do you have? Is it worth buying? It's the Fitbit Blaze, and I actually reviewed it. If you look, like, in the product reviews section of my channel, and yes, I, like, 9,000% recommend buying it. Do you use the MyFitnessPal recommended calorie intake? Do you try to not consume your workout calories? MyFitnessPal says that I should be eating 1,200 calories a day to lose, like, 1.5 pounds a week. 1,200 calories is not enough for me. And I try to not eat back my exercise calories since that number varies every day. So I like having, like, a better baseline to go by so I can sort of, like, plan out my week. So I use a bunch of online calculators where you put in, like, your height, weight, gender, exercise level, et cetera, to figure out how many calories you should be consuming a day. And then I think I used, like, 6 different ones throughout the highest and lowest, and then took the average of the others to get to the 1649 that I'm eating now. And if I fucking stuck to it, it would probably work. But I haven't been doing that. Why are you so awesome? I don't know. Will you be friends with me on MyFitnessPal? MyFitnessPal only allows you to have 1,000 friends, and I'm at the max. Probably, like, once a week I'll go in there, because it doesn't tell me, like, if people delete me or whatever, so once in a while I'll go in there and try to add more people, and sometimes I can add, like, 2 or 3 at a time. But yeah, if you throw me a request, there's a chance that I could, like, approve you. I just, like, I'm going from the people that requested me first. I think there's probably, like, 83 requests in there right now. But yeah, I would, if I could. What was the moment you decided not to give up on your weight loss journey, or an aha moment, if you will? Truthfully, I never really had one of those. I mean, it's funny because I feel like it's much more of a challenge now than it used to be to continue going, because you've lost all this weight and it's like, oh, I've lost all this weight, so, like, I can be lax and I can do this and I can do that. When that's what, like, got me into trouble in the fucking first place, like, a long time ago. So I find it's much more challenging now than it used to be, because the weight just sort of, like, flew off. You know, the first 2 years, like, I lost, 100 pounds in 2 years. And now it's, like, fucking so hard to keep going. And that's just not in the sense where it's, like, you have less to lose, so it's harder to lose. It's more in the sense that it's, like, a mental thing where it's like, I've lost all this weight, so now I can have a little bit more fun. And that just makes it really hard to kind of stay on track. Okay, this video is probably long, so I'm going to cut it off here. Thank you for the questions. If these questions prompted more questions, leave them in the comments, and I will get to them soon. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!